Imagine a future where everything you think, every emotion you have, everything that makes you you can be observed using a simple device found in most hospitals across the nation. What I'm talking about is a world in which we have complete understanding of the brain. And using this understanding, we have the ability to analyze every individual and understand what makes them different from anyone else. Now you may ask yourself, what does this sophomore electrical engineer know about the brain? A lot more than you'd think, actually. So this summer, and for the year prior, I actually interned at Geisinger's Autism and Developmental Medicine Institute. While there, I worked with some top neuroscientists and engineers at an institute where they have one of the world's most powerful MRI machines, and they taught me all about the brain. What I learned about the brain is that the most significant aspect of the brain is its connections. It's the connections between different neurons in the brain that define how you think and define how you make actions. Connect long distance and short range connections in your brain mean different things and result in different actions. At the same time, we can understand how active those connections should be using tests that involve thousands of typical control individuals and comparing different sick individuals to those typical individuals. We can see what a connection means when it's hyper or increased or decreased. So if we see an individual with a neurodevelopmental disorder and their brain has a connection that's very much less connected between two regions when compared to our vast data on control individuals, then we know, hey, maybe this region is of interest when analyzing this particular disorder. What I focused on while working at Geisinger this summer was autism. We analyzed hundreds of papers that all involve the use of powerful MRI machines, such as the one you see, and the comparison of their tests with people with autism and tests with typical individuals. These tests showed that there were increased connections in individuals with autism when compared to typical individuals when the individuals were younger, oftentimes younger than puberty. What we found was the opposite as they grew older in age, was that the brain was in general underconnected in autism as they grew older. Now, the differences in the connections in the autistic brain are what defines an individual with autism as having autism. We believe that these underconnections and increased connections are what cause autism to occur in these individuals. However, when trying to analyze the brain further, these scientists struggled because in these hundreds of papers, they oftentimes found vastly differing results. So when they said, let's look at this particular region so we can know if this particular region is under or overconnected, this one scientist would analyze the same region, analyze the same data, and get completely different results than another individual. This is because there are many different flaws in current MRI machines. In current MRI machines, you can twitch a little bit while lying down in it. You could breathe heavier, and your data will be completely skewed. It is because of this that we need to wait for the future before any meaningful results can be made about autism. Now here's where I'm going to scare you. The future of neuroscience is what is actually going to probably be the most amazing or most scary future you've ever seen. President Obama recently dubbed this the era of the brain, and announced a brain initiative in order to make sure the United States was on the forefront of all neuroscience research. This is no accident. Currently, there is believed to be more neuroscience discoveries than at any point prior to this time, and that is a direct result of the MRI machines that are being made, the increased technology that we have to analyze the brain. The future, though, of the brain is in what we can do to help and increase its potential. So say we have a future where we can understand the brain and its connections perfectly. In this future, we can use different drugs to increase the connectivity between the neurons or decrease them to heal people with any neurodevelopmental disorder. So children who are developing incorrectly, we can increase their connectivity. Individuals who have autism or schizophrenia, we can alter their brain connectivity to make them healthy and typical. And elderly people who are suffering from degenerative diseases can also be benefited from this future. However, this future is also scary. Do we want a world where we can all just change the way the brain works? We don't know what will happen when we increase the connectivity of an individual's brain. Will that change completely who they are? Do we want a world where a parent could say, my child's misbehaving, let's boost him with some drugs, see what happens? We don't want that to happen, but it's a possibility in the future. We all need to be aware that this could happen. Additionally, something we should be afraid of is the fact that at the current point, the main institution spending money on neuroscience is the military. Right now, we do not know necessarily what they want to do with this technology or with neuroscience, aside from possibly making various weapons or taking advantage of the brain in ways that can make it into some kind of weapon. We don't know necessarily what that is, as it hasn't been discovered yet. However, the sheer fact that the military acknowledges its importance means that we should be fearful of it. In the end, the study of neuroscience could lead us to all reach our fullest potential. We could all grow more intelligent simply because they'll realize, hey, this pairing of connections in the brain, the way this brain should be formatted would lead you to be the most you could ever be. Human beings will progress as a species faster than ever before, just simply because we'll be more intelligent than we were before. Or they could use this technology to alter the way we all think, create a dystopian future where we all think the same exact way, where the typical brain is the way everyone's brain is set up. Or we could even have the military take advantage of neurotechnologies. Some crazy mind control devices are made. We don't know. It's the future. But it's something that we all have to be aware of, and we all should be fearful of and respectful of. Thank you very much.